name is Sharon Thomas. I live here in Annapolis, and I've been coming here for chiropractic care for 7 years. In the last few years, I've only had to come about monthly. But last summer, I started having bizarre symptoms. I was working out a lot, and one night after a workout, one of the blood vessels beneath my knee on the right leg burst. And I went to the ER, and luckily I didn't have clotting going on or anything like that, so I was out of danger that way, but there was no real good reason for it. Meanwhile, I had tons of arthritic symptoms in my hands and my feet, which didn't make sense either. So
describe the symptoms as arthritic symptoms.
The lateral part of my hand, the palms hurt. Digits in my fingers hurt. There was no visible swelling. And I was noticing it in my feet as well. And then I had this bruise that was huge. It was really large. And so a couple weeks later, I was in the Galapagos and Ecuador, where I ended up in an ER again, and I went into physical shock. I actually nearly died. And luckily, one of my fellow travelers was fluent in Spanish and could communicate to the doctor my allergies and sulfa, anaphylactic shock, all these things. And so getting back here then, I started seeing my regular family practitioner, and we explored all kinds of options: fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, and then we started treating me for Lyme's, because I hit the list on every symptom of Lyme's, and none of my blood work was proof positive that I had it, but it seemed logical. And I had other friends that were diagnosed with Lyme's as well, and we were exposed to the same things. So anyway, I began treatment for that. 2 months later, now this takes me to the holiday season last year, over Christmas, where I had initial relief from taking antibiotics, and then about 3-4 weeks later, my condition just drove deeper. So I decided to see a naturalist and nutritionist in Savannah Park, and she applied some kinesiology to me and felt that it wasn't Lyme's, that maybe it was parasites. And I came here for a regular chiropractic treatment mid-January, when Dr. Adam had mentioned that Dr. Stephanie was having great results with parasites, treating diabetes, and she was really into this functional medicine, and I thought that was key. And I knew she knew my condition. She's known me for the last 7 years, and so I began this journey with her, and within 3 weeks I had a solid diagnosis, and that was everything to me, because I had been searching one for 5 months and very worried about it. At this point, I couldn't travel by airplane. There's a lot of swelling, blood pooling in my legs. So the moment I had a diagnosis, and very stressed out, obviously, and my cortisol levels were so bad that my sleep was completely off again, and I began working from home, elevating my legs daily, and she put me on the Clearvite program, along with about 10 different herbs and supplements, and within 6 weeks, I finally had some calming in my legs. Sleep was returning back to normal. It's not perfect yet, but it has come a long way. And now it is, the end of April, and what is that, 2.5 months later, I'm seeing great results, and I'm happy to say that.